Hello and welcome to another recap video with Justin Low Stocks. Sorry I haven't put out a video earlier. I've had a very busy week and so I've just only gotten around to it now. Tuesday and Wednesday I didn't end up trading because I just didn't wake up from my alarm. So I traded Thursday and Friday, and that's what I'm going to recap today. So Thursday was a very bad day, big red day. Not proud of it, but there is lessons to learn from it, which the goal is you learn from my mistakes and you become better traders than me. That's what we want to happen here. And then Friday I've done a trade and I'm holding it over the weekend. So yeah, no result from Friday so far, but we'll find out on Monday how that goes. So I'll start off showing you the Thursday's trade, which was on HEAR. So I'll show you on the 1 minute candles first, then I'll go back to the daily and I'll show you my reasoning behind it. So the market opened here at 9:30. This big candle, it's got a big wick. A big wick means it's got, as you can see, the white candle. It's very long, like a wick of a candle, which shows a lot of weakness because it means the stock price went up from here up to the highs of where the wick ends, and then it came back down. So basically it went high but it couldn't hold it. It got sold back off and it came back down, which shows weakness, like I said. And then it was just bouncing in this area, which wasn't showing good signs at all, and it only had one big volume candle here, which is when it first opened, and then the volume was fading real quick, and I was expecting it not to have the strength to be able to break these pre-market highs back here to be able to break out. So especially when I saw it fade here. So and I need to fix this. I keep selling into weakness, so I short sold it here hoping to see it drop further down. I'll zoom in here a little bit because I did do a winning trade first. I short sold here on this red candle, as you can see the arrow. I short sold there wanting the price to go down, and it did go down, and I took my profits just above the lows. I think it was 10.88 I took them. So that was 20-cent profit there. Only small, but still it was green. And then so I should have taken that bounce off support area, which, as you can see, it's support because it bounced there, sort of bounced here, didn't go too much below there, so it's been acting as support. I should have realized when it turned around that, hey, it's a good support line, but I was hoping that it was just going to be a bounce up here, this little three green candles here. I was hoping it was just going to bounce off the lows, come up maybe one or two candles, and then reverse back down and really break through this point and keep continuing lower. However, as you can see, it didn't. It bounced off the support line, and as it was coming up, like I said, I was going short because I was hoping it was going to turn around after one or two green candles. So I went short in here and I added to my position here as it was coming up to test these resistance points just after the market opened, but it just had a massive short squeeze and it broke through and it just started trending up. And a short squeeze is, so if I go short, I'm setting a stop at a high level where normally resistance is broken and the stock is expected to surge. Most short sellers will set their stop at that level where resistance is. So if that stock breaks the resistance level, there's an influx of buyers trying to cover their short positions, which will cause the price of the stock to surge in value, which is what happened, because there is no other way that would happen except for all short sellers trying to cover their position at the same time because they're now down money. And that's what happened. I got stuck in it and I ended up getting covering my position up here, which that's a big loss. That wasn't good. My lessons you should learn from this: one is try and short into strength. Now I know it still wouldn't have worked out at the end, but for example, if I tried shorting on this really big candle here, testing off this high, or maybe even earlier on, trying to go short here, testing off these pre-market highs, that would have been a better short, because then if you were wrong and it broke, it could have went up 20 cents and then you would have cut it because you already shorted it up near a resistance level. Whereas if you short it, right down here, you got 50 cents before it reaches a resistance level. So a good lesson to learn there is to try and short into strength, not into weakness. And then another reason why you shouldn't short it, which you'll be able to see in the daily, is just look at the, oh, we're back a while here. As you can see, this is the, oh wait, yeah, this is the day here. This big green one here was the day I was shorting the stock. Now as you can see, this goes from May back to October, so that's 6 months. We'll change this to a yearly, a 1 year time frame daily chart. So that's over 1 year, the daily chart. Does that look like something you should be shorting? No. In hindsight, at the time I was like, yeah, it's a good short, because look, it's way overextended. Back in the beginning of April, it was down at $3. There is no way a company's value can multiply by 5 in a matter of a month. There is no way. But doesn't matter what I think, doesn't matter what's reality, it matters what the market says. And I was trying to fight the market and it didn't work. So you should never ever short into a stock, even though it's so overextended that, as you can see all here, there is no past resistance point for it. Over the last year, there is nowhere to play off as resistance. I shouldn't have even been shorting it. I should be waiting for a first red day, which would be a good short, but shorting into a big massive pre-market gap open when there is no resistance nearby in the last year is a very silly mistake. That's another lesson you can learn to not do. And then, so that was Thursday's trade. Terrible, like I said. Please learn from it. Be better than me, like I said. And this is Thursday's trade. So, or Friday. Sorry, Friday's trade. So this is the same thing. 1 year daily resistance. So this short is a lot better because look, as you can see, it's got previous resistance points. But again, I'll show you in the 1 minute, I did short it into weakness, not strength. If I shorted it in a strength, I would be profitable now because I would have shorted it around here in the 62 cent area, and I would have already had like 7 cents, which is over 10% for this low price stock. But instead I shorted in weakness, and that's why I'm still in the stock, because it hasn't chosen its direction yet. But yeah, like I said, there's resistance points here, or sorry, support points here, or resistance, whatever you think. And then up here is definite resistance, because the stock did open up around these levels, around these resistance levels, so it could have acted as support because it opened up around there. But I'll show you the 1 minute candle. So yeah, like I said, I should have been shorting around this area in a strength, 63 cents area. So we'll go to the 1 minute candles. So we'll go back to market open. So pre-market, this was going up, and it had found a top up here around the, and that's another thing. I should have been shorting the double top, but again, in hindsight. So I saw it spike up pre-market, and then later on in pre-market it was showing weakness. Like, you know, it wasn't coming up and testing the highs. It crashed down, and then it had been sort of fading down. This is where it opened at 9:30, and I saw the stock open up. It climbed up real quick to here, and then it fell back down, and I shorted it at this level here as it started coming back down and breaking these two resistance points here. So I shorted it there. I came to a little bit of profit here, but I didn't take it yet. I was wanting the 49 cent area. Yeah, we got like 1 or 2 cents off, and then it spiked. The good news here was, well, really, I should have stopped out. I shouldn't have let it go this high, but I did. I didn't stop it quick enough. But it came up, and that's when it double topped. That's when I should have been shorting here at the double top. But again, I didn't. And then it came back down. It was fading around here, and then it cracked back below. And that's when I thought, oh, I'll hold this stock. It was showing strength, but it just showed weakness. A double top, and after strength, an immediate massive red candle. I was like, this should keep coming down. Again, it held that same 51 cent area, and I ended up going to bed around here, 10 o'clock. You know, it ends up being like 12:31 AM in the morning here, so I went to bed and set my stop at this level here, 61 cents, because I didn't want to lose more. Like, basically if it broke that, I'd lose an extra 4 or 5 cents, but really if it breaks this sort of resistance point here, I shouldn't be in the trade anyway, because if it breaks that, it's got strength. So that's where I put my stop, and I left my profit taker down here at 49 cents, which is where I expected it to come in the first place. And then yeah, basically all day it didn't have much volume, and it just sort of sat around that same channel. So I'm still holding this, and we're going to wait and see what happens come Monday. But yeah, a few good lessons there. Short into strength, not weakness. Because look, if I shorted into strength there at 62 cents, I would have already had 13-14% profit. But yeah, I didn't do that. And then don't short on a massive green day when there is no overhead resistance within the last year. It's stupid, because you don't know how high the stock can go. But they're two lessons to take away with you. Again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on my socials if you want by going to my YouTube channel, and all the links will be in there. So thanks very much, and I'll try to get a video out for you guys tomorrow night. Actually no, Tuesday night, sorry. Alright, well have a good day, and I'll catch you later. See ya.